I like to listen to everything, brother. I like rap, rock, Mexican music, Brazilian music, all kinds.
Gotta react to that, you gotta react.
Been with Kelvin since at least 2004 when he started in junior high wrestling. I've never doubted Kelvin. He's actually been in there with I don't know how many former world champions and either came out victorious or had close fights, so his talents are there. I haven't been this confident in almost 4 to 5 years.
We're just working on fine-tuning our skills and strategies and just getting a little sweated. Oh yeah, getting a good sweat today. Yeah? Yo, you look yoked right now. You look good. Awesome.
I told you, I'm becoming a woman. I'm no kid, little baby girl anymore. Lost the baby fat.
Just getting some recovery, feeling pretty good. Got my air relax, getting some good blood flow and recovery, and just chilling out. About to have a B study in like 20 minutes with some of the fam. I learned this year, the year of the COVID, to not be married to any of my plans because everything that I thought was gonna happen basically didn't happen, or it went a different way. And obviously I tested positive for my last fight, and it's almost like your mind starts going and expecting it to go wrong, and it's like I had to like battle that. It's like the fear and the doubt of like, oh, you're gonna get sick, someone's gonna pop. Man. But I was also saying too that Gastelum's got to deal with that mentally. Just losing 3 fights in a row. I remember when I lost 2 fights in a row. It was just fear of losing again, you know? It's like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my job, and like all that fear, you know? This one kind of resonates with me. Physical training is good, but training for godliness is much better, promising benefits in this life and the life to come. After I got out of prison, I tore my LCL, and then I got a prescription for painkillers and dabbling between Percocets and Oxy and Adderall. And I was to this point where I would quit painkillers, I would get sick for a week, and then it would be 2 weeks before my fight, and then I would fight, and then I would reward myself by doing more painkillers, and just felt like a total junkie. Oh, here we go. Proverbs 31:30 through 31. Went to church, and they had a baptism call. Binged out on drugs that night, did like 250 milligrams of Oxy. Adderall, was just completely just like itching and just like, and then I remember I just wanted to pass out. Next day, got baptized. I remember I thought I was gonna do this big cheer, get the crowd hyped, and I was just rocked. And I looked like, when I walked in the water looked clear. And I remember looking back and the water looked black. And I was like, that's my addiction dead.
Yes, man. Like a warrior.
Gilbert had an amazing camp. You know, and I think that's something Gilbert has done consistently over a period of time. He doesn't shy away from hard work. He's there for his teammates are there for him. You know, I think everything's come together pretty well for him.
When you relate jiu-jitsu, you think jiu-jitsu more of a gentle art and slower pace, waiting for somebody to make a mistake. Gilbert's jiu-jitsu is not like that at all. His jiu-jitsu is very aggressive, forward. He's not passive at all. And he's creating the opportunities by making the pressure so that the person can make the errors so that he can capitalize with the submissions.
We now welcome UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman. Kamaru, thank you for the time today, sir.
About this fight, how does this one add to your legacy?
Yeah, I mean, legacy is not something that I'm worried about right now. You know, I learned very, very early in the game when I was 1-1. I was living with Rashad Evans at the time. I Googled him, and I saw his Dog, and I'm thinking to myself, how could I ever one day get this many greens on my resume? How could I do that? And I remember the talk with him where he was just like, you know what, you just got to take it one fight at a time. And then when you're said and done, they will pile up. And I started doing that, and next thing you know, everyone's saying, hey, you got one more fight to tie George St. Pierre for this record. So as long as I continue to just take it one fight at a time, legacy, that's something that will come after when you look back on your achievements.
Thank you so much, Kamaru. That unfortunately is all the time we have for you, sir. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Oh, you hear that? Oh! Boom, dead. Oh, sweet. Well, they just gave it to me. I'm just practicing.
Swap it out, bro.
So look, that one's ranked legendary all the way.
If you'll find another. So you want to get it? Yeah, you can find.
Yeah,
another...
if you want a shotgun.
Right.
But not really.
I mean, inside of the house, a shotgun pretty devastating.
So is the RPG. Ah! Right when I got my gun.
Oh, what do you do to you?
Jesus. Oh, I gotta go. I'm coming. I got scared. They were shooting at me. Oops, forgot about this. We got distracted.
We now welcome the number 9 ranked UFC middleweight contender Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin, thank you for the time today, sir.
Thank you for having me on.
Can you talk a little bit about how you're feeling going into this fight versus how you felt in, say, like the last 3 fights?
Yeah, well, particularly in my last 2 fights, my mind was not where it needed to be, and I was thinking too much of the variables that come with the win, and you know, instead of being in the moment and focusing on my opponent, I feel like maybe I was thinking a little bit past them, and that's not the case this time.
Okay, well, good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
I get a call from my mom, and she's screaming, she's crying on the phone. I just remember my heart sinking in my chest, like, I thought this was over. My father's been incarcerated since 2009, and this is the first time really I've ever talked about it. It grew the chip that was on my shoulder. I remember the last time I visited my father, he told me that UFC stuff was always on the TV there. It was kind of a little extra push for me because my father was going to be able to see it. He may come down and say, hey, your son is going to be a champ one day. The joy that he felt, I could feel it all the way through the phone. And it's a moment that I will never forget for the rest of my life.
That's real. Just takes me back, especially that the first scene of my mom giving me a call and letting me know what's going on. I can't not relive it each and every time. It's just so important for me, knowing that my father is going to be home to be able to watch this, to see what this is and how great his son is, of a job his son has done in restoring the glory that is the Usman name.